ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine what are the qualities of a seeker of truth. You see, in the world, every child is born with an innate search for truth. What is the meaning of truth? Truth simply means that I am, but I do not know who I am. So, this kind of quest to know the truth of his being is not something to be learned or cultivated, as it is the basic quality of every human being. See, in the world there are, and the world, it can be divided into three categories. The first category, there are things, but they don't know that they are. We can say they are all inanimate things. So, in the second category, there are animals. So, the animals know that they are here in the world, but they do not know what it is. They do not have that intelligence to question their existence. Of course, there are certain exceptions for this in this category of animals. For instance, there used to be a cow in the ashram of sage Ramana in Arunachalam. So, there Maharshi used to conduct satsangs. He never used to conduct, but his presence itself was a satsang for the devotees. So, there were certain timings, and all devotees used to attend morning and evening for those satsangs where Maharshi was present. The cow, one cow used to attend whenever Maharshi was there in the satsangs. So, the satsang of Maharshi was to be in his presence, because that presence transforms the being of the disciples or devotees who used to come in search of the truth. Maharshi used to speak only occasionally. So, that cow finally breathed his last in the presence of that great sage. So, there are some exceptions in the category of animals, but there are millions of people, I mean human beings, who never ask this question in the world. So, the point which I am trying to convey is, though that innate search was there in every human being, but this question has not arisen and does not arise unless it is provoked by some circumstances in course of life. That titanic experience, unless one goes through it, his illusions will not be shattered and he cannot start a journey on the spiritual path towards truth. So, here the important point to be observed is why that kind of questioning does not arise in millions of human beings, because before the child raises his question, he was adequately answered by the society and by the parents. So, the answers have been given to the child before the question arose in him. See, already the child was taught, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the soul, you are the spirit. So, because the child trusts the parents, so whatever they say, he believes in their sayings. So, when the belief kills the quest, how can it happen, that kind of quest for truth? So, every belief or any belief kills the quest. So, that is why very few people have realized in their lifetime the purpose of their visit or journey on this planet. So, such kind of belief led to acquire knowledge, more and more knowledge. So, already they were given answers. So, that led them to acquire more and more answers. Remember, any answer given before asking the question becomes futile. Such answers without the questions will be of no use to the individual. So, that is why the people who are knowledgeable, even if some kind of question arises in them, they will try to find the answers from their knowledge already stored in their memory. Suppose a person is born in a certain community and was brought up in that environment. So, before he raised the questions, he was already given answers. So, with that, for any problem in course of life, he will try to find the answers from the available data in his knowledge. So, all that knowledge, whatever he has acquired, is based only on outside. That means he never come to know any answer by himself, as no question arose in him. So, the fundamental aspect of questioning to the basic truth of life is no more in him. So, that is why he will never be able to start his journey in that quest for truth. So, for instance, knowledgeability, whatever it is not beneficial in any way. Being ignorant, when you are ignorant, when you are innocent, then there is a possibility to know at least in some part of the life. If you are knowledgeable, you try to find the answers only from the knowledge already acquired or borrowed from outside. So, ignorance at some times, especially in seeking of a truth, is bliss, because there is a possibility to know at least. So, when you are ignorant and innocent and natural, then that purity in being natural, that purity in confession of your ignorance, in that state, then the quest is born only in that state. The quest to know your own being. So, when you dwell into your own being through your own inward journey, then you come to know the center of your being. When you come to know the center of your being, then you come to know the center of the whole, complete. See, it is like this. In a circle, there is a center. So, many lines are drawn from the periphery to the circle, to the center of the circle. They are all different, but they are all connected to the center. Though they appear to be separate on the periphery, at the center they meet only at one point. That is how, when you are centered within yourself, when you realize your own self, then you are connected to the whole. So, that is why whenever such people who are going to the, or who are treading toward the center, then they feel less the separation from each other. That kind of oneness starts manifesting in all of them. So, at the center, everybody and everyone is one and same. That center, that truth is divinity. That truth is godliness. That truth is life and existence. So, every human being, without any exception, has got that innate urge for search of the God or divinity within himself. So, we are all connected. We are all one at the center. We are all the divine children of that merciful, compassionate, blissful, joyful God. Thank you.